Welcome to our presentation for The Giant's Call. Here at FourCorners Productions, we've been working hard to create a concept that addresses every aspect of Terratopia's brief. We're excited to share the story and experiences we've created for this land, all of which have been designed to evoke feelings of awe, wonder and harmony within our guests. Having travelled far to a remote village where both the living and the spiritual realms intertwine, guests are invited to celebrate the circle of life. The residents of this land, known as the Keepers, built the village to honour the legendary whale spirit, which is simply referred to as the Giant. Keepers from all different places have travelled far and wide to reach this village to live in harmony with nature. Unfortunately, the celebration is cut short by a distressed whale call that can be heard echoing throughout the land. The Keepers believe it's a call for help coming from the Giant. With the help of the guiding spirits, guests must travel to the bottom of the ocean to try and rescue this long-lost spirit whose presence brings peace and protection to the village above. In order to begin the journey, guests will find themselves exploring the Keepers' village, a bustling hub that teems with life. Here, the importance of the circle of life is expressed around every corner as the Nordic architecture breathes new life into old objects. This ideology is carried forward into the construction of the project itself, as any trees that have to be cut down for the development are going to be repurposed into the land's wooden signage. This relationship with nature is also expressed in the uniforms of those who work here too, their details focusing on the nautical and sustainable values of the land. Within the village is the Keepers Market, which is home to a wide variety of stands and stalls that provide a taste of the many different cultures that reside in the area. If it isn't your appetite that you've come to satisfy, guests may instead discover stalls with handmade souvenirs, or you can head to the Spirit Workshop, where you can craft your very own guiding spirit. As guests make their way through the village, it will be clear that there's plenty of celebration in the Giant's Call, much of which is done in the entertainment hub. This mixed-use space can be adapted based on crowd levels and staffing availability to hold multiple street carts and performers. Nearby, located in the centre of the land as a focal point, is also an optical illusion whale sculpture. Whilst primarily acting as a photo opportunity, it also helps improve the guest flow, as to view the complete rock formation, you must walk towards the village. The Giant's Call is a place for everyone from every walk of life, and we wanted this to be clearly reflected in the design of the land. Thanks to its gradual ramps and carefully placed elevators, the entire land is accessible. We intentionally place certain structures closer together so that they can share facilities. For instance, the lift in the lighthouse can be used for the adventure trail, underground restaurant, and the main attraction. Another design issue we tackled was the common problem that many dark rides have, which is struggling to communicate to guests what they're about to experience. For the Voyage of the Lost Spirit, we fixed this issue by adding in water windows. For the adventure trail, guests will have the opportunity to see the ride vehicle before they've even stepped in the queue. To access the ride itself, guests must journey deeper into the village, following a mysterious sound, the same distress call that the Keepers have been hearing. Following this call, guests will pass an old shrine dedicated to the Giant before stumbling into an expansive cave. Shafts of daylight filter in through the ceiling, creating a gradual transition to the indoor environment. During an actor-led pre-show, guests are introduced to the story with the help of the land's friendly guiding spirits. These small but powerful creatures have magical abilities that will help guide the guests on their journey. With the queue located above the ride, guests will then move downstairs, ready to board their trackless ride vehicles. For Voyage of the Lost Spirit, we decided to use ETF's Experience Mover. Its design allows for guests of all ages to experience the ride, as it does not require a height requirement. After leaving the station, the ride vehicles head towards a large rock formation featuring elaborate drawings depicting the Giant. We hold for a moment observing the cave art when suddenly the guiding spirits make their first sound, almost as if they're singing to themselves. The cave art begins to move before our eyes, with the wall in front of us cracking and moving upwards, starting our descent to the bottom of the ocean. Our boats continue to explore just below the water's surface, where guests can see fellow travellers looking in from above. After seemingly hitting a dead end, the guiding spirits light up the room, helping bring back life to the previously dead coral. After hearing another more defined whale call, the guiding spirits attempt to steer us towards the sound. Due to a strong current, guests are accidentally swept into a nearby ship wreckage. Trapped in this dark room with very little light to guide us, our vehicles slowly spin around looking for an exit, but failing to find one. Amongst the wreckage, small glowing eyes peer into the scene. Suddenly, illuminated by beams of light, the outline of a great whale appears and swoops above our heads, using screens hidden in the ceiling above. The Giant has come to rescue us. With the help of other sea creatures, the wreckage is cleared, allowing us to swim away freely. We spin out of the ship's opening into a large ravine, and using a parallax effect, we're able to create the illusion that guests are swimming faster and deeper underwater. Entering a large show scene with the animatronic version of the giant, we get to catch our breath with the spirit, creating a peaceful moment within the experience. Our vehicles slowly begin to sway as if they're in tune with the sound of our breaths. The guiding spirit's light begin to fade back, pulsing in time with the vehicle's movement. This moment of harmony with the giant allows us to transfer our energy back into the spirit. Having found his strength, the giant starts leading us to his home. En route, we spin into individual projection domes where guests get to race around the ocean. In the distance, the whalefall appears, lit by the bioluminescence of the creatures. Before unloading, guests turn onto a balcony that overlooks the whalefall. This post-showroom provides guests with the opportunity to learn more about the natural phenomenon known as the whalefall. Having this experience entirely indoors allows for the possibility of year-round operation, helping improve their ride portfolio to include more experiences that are better suited for the country's unpredictable climate. With Terratopia currently closed during the winter months, this attraction could serve as a main draw as part of a new seasonal event, helping address the client's desired interest in boosting the theme park's attendance. On behalf of our entire team, thank you for taking the time to listen to our proposal. I'd like to give a special thanks to our incredible mentors Ben and Andre for their guidance and insights throughout this entire process. We'd also like to thank the Next Gen Showcase for providing us with a platform and the resources to share our work within the wider industry.